Hi there. Dive into the exciting world of QR code technology. From accessing device cameras and capture the image to read the data or upload the file to read data using JavaScript with API integration. We will guide you through every step to create a seamless and impressive scanning experience. This is the sixth project on the series of JavaScript API. We aim to post videos every week. Kindly subscribe, like, and share this video with your friends. Let's have a quick demo right here. Here on the screen, we can see the QR code scanner or reader with two options. First option as upload, second option as scan with camera. And below we can see the text as upload or scan QR code to read. Once user click on upload, it will open the file directory. Here we can see the QR codes. If you want to learn how to generate and download these QR codes for your own, I have created and uploaded this project tutorial video last week. I have added the link in the description. Please do check it out. We need to select any QR file and click on open, and we can see the text changes to scanning QR code. Once it's done, we can see the data. Welcome to my channel with copy and close option. I will close this. Now I will click on second option to scan with camera. It will change the text to loading camera. Please wait. And top will get the permission pop up from the browser. Once we click on allow, we'll access the camera and ready for the scan. I have a QR code on my mobile. I will show to the camera. It will read and display the captured image as well as the data too. The captured data as please subscribe to my channel for more videos. That's all for the demo. Before beginning this video, I would like to introduce myself as Sharatchandar K. If you find this tutorial useful, please subscribe to our channel and watch this video to motivate me. Let's level up our tech game together. Here on my desktop, I have already created a project folder name called QR code scanner or reader. Let me open this into a Visual Studio Code. I will drag this directory into a Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code will automatically loads all the files inside it. Inside the directory, I have already created the index.html, style.css and script.js. In the index.html, I have already added the HTML boilerplate with the help of exclamation mark, and then I will add the title to QR code scanner or reader by Sharatchandar K, and I will link other two files here, style.css and script.js. Along with that, I have added the font awesome CDN to use the font awesome icons here. Inside the body, I am going to add the container. So for that, in Visual Studio Code, we have a embed abbreviation to create a div with class value. I will use dot container. In the below embed abbreviation, we can see the div class container. If I hit enter, it will automatically create the div tag, the class attribute with the value of container. Inside that, I am going to add the h2 value of QR code scanner or reader. And then next to this, I am going to add the QR code view with same embed abbreviation QR code view. Inside that, I am going to create the input type with file because we are going to upload the file and read the QR with accept as images, and then we are going to display that image. So I will add the image. So I will add that video element also because we are going to scan the QR code from other device using this video, and then I will add icon group to it. Inside that icon group, I will add element with the class value of fa solid fa upload. Then second icon is with the same element of class with fa solid fa camera retro. And then below to this, I am going to add the p tag, and then I will mention the text here upload or scan QR code to read. Next div as we are going to create QR text details. After read the QR code, we need to display the details, right? So I will add one more div. Inside that, I am going to add the text area to display the value with disabled, and then I'm going to add the button group here with the help of div button, and inside that I'm going to add the two buttons with button asterisk 2. If I hit enter, it will create a two buttons. One is copy and next one is close. So I will add the same class value to this with copy and close. I have added all the HTML element here let us see our HTML file in action. In Visual Studio Code, we have a extension called Go Live. Once we hit this, it will automatically run our project into the default browser. Here we can able to see the H2 with the value of QR code scanner or reader. With file upload, we can see the camera icon here. The upload icon is missed because I have misspelled this. I will save. If I go here, it will automatically run the project. That is how that live server will work. Here we can able to see the icon of upload and then camera and then text area and copy and close button. So we need to style this. So for that I need to jump to the style.css. So here in the style.css I have already added the import URL of font family pop-ins with basic styles. And now we need to add the styles to the body with the help of element selector name called body. I will set the background color with blue color and then I will set the min height to 100 VH, display to flags. I'm going to set all the elements into the center of the body. So I will set the align items to be center and then justify content to be center. If I save, now we can able to see the background color and the elements it's placed into the center of the body. So the next thing I need to add the styles to the container. Previously we have added the styles to the element selector. Now we need to add the styles to the class selector with the help of dot and then value of container. So I will set the background color to white, adding inner spacing to be 2 rem and then border radius to 5 px, margin to 1 rem and then I will add the min width to 500 px. I will set the box shadow to this with the help of box shadow RGBA color with red to 0, green to 0, blue to 0 and then all four should be 0.35 and then I will set the 0 px, 5 px and 15 px. If I save, now we can able to see the container with box shadow effect. Now I will add the styles to this h2 with the help of dot container again with the child element of h2. I will set the text align to center, then margin bottom to 1 rem. If I save, now we can see the heading is center of the screen and now we need to hide the file upload. So for that, here in input tag we can set the attribute of hidden. If I save, now we can't able to see the file upload here. And then next thing I will add the styles to this QR code view with the help of class selector with dot. Will set padding to 25 px and then margin bottom to 15 px. Border should be 2 px dashed with light black color. We need to set the text align to be center and color to be light blue color. Then border radius 5 px, align item center, then justify content to be center. If I save, now we can able to see the dashed border to that QR code view. Now I will set the styles to this icons with again dot QR code view and then I. Here we can find that I inside the QR code view, the childs of element. I will set the font size 55 px, adding inner spacing 3 rem and cursor to pointer. If I save, now we can able to see the icons with the larger size. Same as I will set the styles to this paragraph tag with the help of element selector P. Will set font size to 1.2 rem, margin top to 15 px. If I save, now we can able to see the styles to this. Here we have the extra space to this. So I will insert this. If I go to the browser, now this extra space is an video and then image. We need to hide this for the first time. So with the help of dot QR code view, element selector of image, dot QR code view with element selector of video. For this, I will set display to none. If I save, now we can't able to see the view here. So we need to style this and we need to display to hide this also. For that, we have already added the QR code text details here with the help of class value of text area with element selector. I will set the width to 100%, height to 150 px, margin and bottom to 10 px, adding inner spacing, top and bottom to be 10 px, right and left to be 15 px. I will remove the outline to none, will set the font size to 16 px. We need to disable this resize to be none. I will set the border radius to 5 px, will set the border 1 px solid and then black color. If I save here, we can able to see the text area. Now we need to add the styles to this button. So before that, we need to align this button into the left and right side. So with the help of button of class selector of btn, we need to use the display flags. This will set the elements into the center of the list with the help of align item center, and then justify content should be space between. If I save, now we can able to see the buttons. It will be get the space between to the each element. So we need to add the styles to this button with QR text details with the element selector of button. I will set the width of 45 percentage and then height of 45 px. Background should be blue color. Border radius to 5 px. We'll remove the border with the help of border none. Outline to be none. We'll set the text color with color of white. We'll set the cursor to pointer. We'll set the font size to 16 px. If I save, so now we can able to see the styles. Here this text area should be outside the QR code view. So I will cut this and I will paste it outside. If I save, now we can able to see the views. Once we click this upload, the file explorer should be open and we need to read the content and we need to display it here. And for the second option, once we click this should be open our device camera and need to read the data and need to be displayed here. So for the onload, this should be hide, right? So again with same class of this with QR text details, this should be used core to set the display none. If I save, we can't able to see that. So now we need to add the functionality to this with the help of JavaScript. So I will jump to the script.js. Here we are going to declare the declaration with the help of const. I will set the first declaration as file input equal to document. The document object represent your web page. If you want to access any element in an HTML page, you always start with accessing the document object. Document.query selector of input. I will do the console.log to file input. If I say, if I go to the insert element here, we can see the file input with file type and then accept of image should be hidden. This is how the DOM tree will work. So I will declare all other declarations here. As I mentioned, I will declare all other declarations. If you want, you can pause the videos and you can declare your own. So the first declaration is file input and then image and then video and then QR view with a class selector of dot and then icon group and then text area. This is the display message of this particular p tag and then QR details should be the text area here. While clicking this, we need to upload the file, right? So for that here, we'll add the file input dot add event listener of change with function of e. Inside that, we'll create one let declaration with file equal to e dot target dot files of 0, and then here I will add the console.log to check what the file is this. So if I save, if I go and click, it will not fire because we need to call this file input. Anyway, we have hidden that file, right? How we can do that? So here in the file input, I will copy this. I will go and add the on click of this icon event listener of on click file input dot click and then function bracket. If I save, if I go to the browser, if I click, now we can able to see the file explorer is opening. How simple is this, right? How many times we are clicking, it will be open. Here we can able to see already the QR code is generated here. If you want to learn how to generate and download by your own, I have created and uploaded the project tutorial of QR code generator with download option with API using JavaScript. I have added the link in the description. Please do check it out. I will open this QR output here. If I go to the console.log of element here we can able to see the file with QR output.png. If I click again, I will open some other file here. Here we can able to see the name. The first one I have selected is QR output.png. The second one is QR old.png. So once we uploaded, we need to read that QR and we need to return the data. So how we can do that? With the help of JavaScript API. So in the script.js, sometimes this file should be empty. So I will add if condition, if not of file, then return. And then we'll create one more function here with the function keyword of fetch QR code response. Function is a block of code designed to perform a particular task. We need to call this function inside this on change. And then I will pass the file here. And then I will receive the file here, and this file need to read and will get the response from here, as I said, with the help of API, right? If we search QR code scanner API, we'll get that first link as QR code generator. Here we have two options. One is for QR code generator. This is what we generated in the last project. If you are interested, please do check it out. This is the API to create the QR code with hello world. If I copy, if I go to the browser, here it will generate the QR code with the data of hello world. So we need to read the data. How we can do that? This is the second API. If I copy this, if I go and paste it in the browser, here it will return the data of hello world. So here we can able to see this. The type is QR code and then sequence is 0 and then data is hello world and then error should be null. This is what the return response will get. So we need to achieve this from that JavaScript. So already we have received the file here. We need to send the file to this like file URL. So I will add one more letter here for form data equal to new form data here to send the image to this, and then form data dot append of file. This is the key and then value of file, and then we need to use the fetch with URL of, I will copy this HTTP till here. I will paste it here. I will make this HTTPS here as they mentioned api.qrserver.com, and then this is the version 1. Here we are going to read the QR code, and next we need to pass that file. So here in the fetch we have the option to send the header and body. So for now we'll set the method equal to post because we are passing the values with here with the help of body. The body contains form data what we have already generated above. We need to create the then response here with then response equal to this response should be dot json. Second then as will receive the data. I will add the console.log here with data. If I save, if I go to the QR code scanner here, I will upload the file. I will add this QR code. If I go to the console.log, we'll get the array return response with the value of sequence, and then data should be Sarachandar K. I will upload again. I will upload this QR code. It will return the response as soon as possible. Here, the symbol inside that we can able to see the data of welcome to my channel. If I go to the network tab, here we can able to see the read QR code with headers, and then payload should be file of binary. Here we can able to see the view source, file output of the file name, and then content type as image/png. And this is what the preview we have already seen in that console.log. Once we receive the data, we need to show into the text area, right? How we can do that? So here inside this data, we'll get the array of 0. So inside the array of 0 only, we have the values of this sequence, what we have seen here, and then symbol dot symbol. Inside the symbol again we have this array of 0, and then we need to get only this data dot data. If I save, if I go to the browser, now I will upload the file again. I will upload this QR code. Here we'll get the welcome to my channel. I will upload it again with QR code new. Will return the response of Sarachandar K. I will upload this, and here if I hit this, now we'll get the null because that QR code has corrupted. So once it's corrupted, we need to show the error message to the user. Now we'll append this into the text area. First we need to show that text details. So with we have already declared the declarations QR text details dot style dot display equal to block. If I save, if I go and upload the file here, Now we can able to see the QR code details. It should be visible here. And we need to append the text to here, right? For this, we have already added the text area dot inner text to. So these things we need to append. So here, instead of console.log, I will append this into that let result equal to this value. And then once this result is empty, then we need to return result, then we'll return else we'll set this display message to here of that paragraph tag with inner HTML to inner text equal to could not scan QR code, and then this result should be displayed here. If I save, if I go and upload the file here, we can upload this QR code as first. We can able to see the welcome to my channel. I will upload that error file here. We can see that could not scan QR code, and this should be empty. This text area equal to null for the first time. If I save, if I go and upload this, I will upload the first here, it will get the data here, and then I will upload the second one. Now we can't able to see that, and here could not scan QR code. Once it's uploaded, we need to show the image here. So for this image dot style dot display to block, and then we'll set the image dot source equal to url dot create object url of file, because this file we have already passed here. So if I save, if I go to the browser, I will upload that first QR code here. We can able to see the image as well as the text. Then this area should be hide. So for this is a icon group. For the icon group, we have already added the declaration icon group dot style dot display equal to none. If I save, if I click, if I upload, now we can able to see this. Here we need to set this image into the center of the screen, right? Now as for this, now QR code view as in the block. So instead of this QR code view dot style dot display equal to flux, because we have already added the styles to this. So if I go here, we can able to see the justify content and then align items. With this, we need to add the display flux too. If I save, if I upload the image, if I click, now we can able to see the image on center of the QR code view, and then we can able to see the welcome to my channel text message also, and we need to add the copy and then close button. So for that we need to create two more function with the help of function keyword function. First one as copy QR code text, and then second function as close QR code reader. Then for this copy, we'll get that let text equal to text area dot text content. So and then we need to copy this into the clipboard with the help of navigator dot clipboard dot write text of that text. We need to call this function. So inside this index.html, for this copy, I will set this on click event here with the help of copy QR code, and then second button as on click event here with the help of close QR code reader. For this close QR code reader, we need to set this image dot style dot display to be none, and then we'll set the video dot style also to be none, and then QR text details dot style dot display equal to none, and then we'll set the text area dot inner text also null, and then we'll remove the file input dot value equal to null, and then here we need to set this message all the times. For example, if I have uploaded the error file, then this should be an error message, right? So we need to set this message to for the generic one, display message dot inner text equal to this message, and then we need to enable this icon group dot style dot display equal to block. If I save, if I go to the browser, I will upload the file to this one. It will upload and will get the value. Now I will hit on copy and again go here. If I paste here, now we can get that search under K as a copy code from here. If I click on close, we can able to see this. Now the next thing is we need to read the values from an camera. Once we click this, we will get that file directory, right? As same as once we click this, the video should be enabled from the device. So for that, we can create one more function of scan QR image. And then inside that, we need to do the functionality for that. So for scanning the QR code, we have a library. The library name called InstaScan. With the help of this InstaScan JS, we can able to access the device camera and we can read the QR code and it will return the response of QR code data. So how we can use this? For this, we have this CDN. So I will copy and paste it for this CDN of instamin.js. Inside the script.js, I will declare the let scanner equal to new InstaScan.scanner. This InstaScan is an object from that library. So if I go to the console.log InstaScan, so here we have the camera and then scanner InstaScan.scanner. This is the function. We need to pass that video element and it will be set the video content to that particular element. So with the help of this scanner, we'll use the function. I will use the video and then video of video tag. I have already declared here for this video, and then we need to capture the image and we need to display the image as same as how we have uploaded. So for that we have a option here, capture the image also, the parameter of capture image as true, and then if once the scanner present, then only we need to do that operations. So inside that we need to set this error message with same as display message dot inner text equal to, will show the loading message to loading camera, please wait. If I save, if I go and click, nothing is happened because we need to call this function. I will copy this, I will jump to the index.html here with the help of on click event and I will call the function. If I save, if I go to the browser, if I click, now we can able to see the loading camera, please wait, and then we need to find all the cameras and then we need to define that. So for that here we can check this install scan dot camera dot get cameras with then of cameras, we'll get all the cameras here. Once we set the video to block and then we need to set this icon group to be hidden, right? So with icon group dot style dot display to none, then if I go, if I refresh, if I click on camera, now we'll get that loading camera, please wait, and then we can able to see the camera and I have displayed the pepper here. Here the video size is too high, we need to set the height to this and we need to stop the camera also. Once we loaded the camera, we need to stop this, right? So every time we can't able to refresh. So for that we need to add the stop icon for this. For that I will jump to the index.html. In the index.html next to the header I will set the I with class of fa regular fa circle stop. Then I need to set the id to this with stop scan. If I save, now we can able to see the icons next to this. I will copy this id and I will declare the declaration to this of stop scan equal to document dot, this is an id, get element by id. With the help of id value I need to add the styles to this in the style.css. With the help of hash, this will help to set the styles to that id. With that value of stop scan, I will set the position to relative and then top to 2px and then left to 5px and then we'll set the color to prism and then we'll set the cursor to pointer. If I save, and now we can able to see the stop symbol here. We need to set the height and width for image and video with the element selector of max width 380px. For the first time this icon should be none, right? So I will set the display to none. If I save, now this should be not visible once user click this camera and after the camera loads this should be disabled. So here after this icon group I will set that stop scan dot style dot display to inline and then we need to set the stop scan dot on click equal to function because once we click this should be stop the camera, right? So here already we have added the scanner and we'll set the stop because in the top we are already starting the camera with scanner dot start and here we can stop that scanner dot stop. If I save, if I go to the browser, If I click on camera and it will load the camera, and we have set the min height here, it will automatically set the height to this particular width size. And once we click this should be stopped. So this should be set back to the previous one, and this also should be hidden. So for this, we have already created the function of close QR code reader. Inside this, we have already removed all the values, and then we can add one more values here with stop scan dot style dot display to none. If I save, if I go to the browser, if I click on upload, it will load the camera and it will display it here, and we can scan the values here. We'll do that later. Once we stop, it will automatically stop. Again, we can start. Here it will be notify what we are doing in the camera, and once it stop, we can't able to see the camera access from the browser. Here we have given the permission. So for example, I will reset the permission. I will read out here. Now if I click, now again the pop-up will rise from the browser. If I block, we can't able to get that. So here we can see the error. So camera cannot access video stream. User can't come to know, right, what is happening in the background. Once it's happened, we need to set the error here. So here in the install scanned out camera, here we need to set the catch of dot catch. Once it's happened, the error will catch the error from here. So I will add the console dot log here to check what is the error. If I save, if I go to the browser, if I click, now we can able to see the console.log of not allowed error. So once we get this, we need to show the error message to the user. So how we can do this? So already we have the display message dot inner text equal to, we can set the error and we can show to the user as request camera failed reset permission. Then if I save, if I go to the browser, if I click, now we'll get the error, and here it can be shown the error message to the user, and here user need to reset the permission. If I go to the reset, and it will reset, and then browser will automatically ask the reload to this. If we click reload, if I click again, now we'll get that pop-up permission message. Once we click allow, it will load the camera and it will be displayed here. Once we stop, it will be stopped. So now we need to add the scanner details to this. How we can do that? Once it's scanned, we need to do that functionality to here. So here once we load the camera, and then we need to add the event listener to that scanner. That scanner dot add event listener, for the event listener of scan, and then function, we need to set this text as well as the image. So inside that, I will add the console.log, and I will check for the text. I will check for the image. If I save, if I go to the browser, if I click on camera, scanner.add event listener is not a function because this is scanner.add event listener. Instead of add event listener, we need to set this only for listener. So we'll scanner.add listener. Now if I save, if I go to the browser, if I click on scan, so it will load the camera here. I will show the QR code from my mobile. Now we can able to see the text here. Hello world, this is shop. If I stop, if I clear, and I will undo the image. If I save, if I click, my mobile is screened off. So I will show you. Now we can able to see the image as well as the text. We need to set the image here. So here we can able to see the image, right? So here in this capture image, instead of true, I will set these things to false. If I save, if I go and scan it again, now the camera is accessing. Now we can able to see the video, but the image is null. Once we set these things to true, then we'll get that image source also. Then that same image we can append here. So instead of false, I will set these things to true again. And inside this add listener, I will set that QR text details dot style dot display equal to block, and then QR code view dot style dot display equal to flags. I will remove the scanning video here to set the display to none, and then if the scanner is running, then we'll stop that scanner because otherwise it will be accessing from the background. I will set that image dot source here, and we need to display the image, right? Here I will set the image dot style dot display equal to block, and then we need to set the image dot source here equal to, directly we'll set that image file because we are getting that QR code value directly as a data, and then we need to remove that scanner stop also dot style dot display equal to none, and then finally we need to set the text area dot inner text to be text. If I save, if I go to the browser, if I click on scan, now it will loading the camera and it will get the scanner open, and here we can see the image is captured, the text of this hello world, this is shop. How simple is this, right? We can close and we can able to upload. So here we need to add the small animation. I will add the animation of fade in. One second. This fade in as an keyframe. At keyframe, I will change the identifier to fade in. I will set the 0% and then 100%. I will set the opacity to 0 and then transform scale to 0, and then same thing I will copy, instead of 0 I will change to 1 for each. If I save, now we can able to see the animation effect on the browser here. So if I refresh, if I click on image upload, we'll get that effect of animation and will show the image here with that value. Finally, we have completed this QR code scanner or reader with API using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. I hope this video will be helpful for you. Please like and share this video and also subscribe to my channel Saraj Chandar K to watch more videos like this one. If you are interested in JavaScript projects like this, I have created and added a playlist link in the description. Please do check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, keep coding and keep learning. See you in the next video. Happy coding. Bye for now. Have a nice day.